for the tanks, right? They
That's right.
changed up what do you call
Attack and
this?
defense.
Attack and defense, because nobody really uses it.
Yeah, aside from Kufra,
Yeah,
only hero that
but for
uses it.
Kufra, you would go for the second one because there's a lot of crowd control and you can really, just get everything out of it.
That's right. That's right. I guess now we are hopped into the game. You can see 3-man rotation coming in the mid lane. No masks at all because it's not as rewarding as before. Or maybe there is. Maybe I just failed to see it. Yeah. Oh, a little bit of invade now coming up from Daryl as well as Togo. But another counter invade coming up on the blue side. That's going to be PESO Esports fighting it up against now. Going to be the first blood times to take it. Gymnast in much trouble. And there's the power of nature to take him down. But in comes the Export with that very good counter kill. But with the Lilia damage output in the early game, you'll get that kill. Bentings able to secure the blue buff as well for his team. So that's a lot of bad decisions happening for AETHER Chix that obviously they don't want to happen.
Togo and the others, they're really just trying to look for those Lithomancers, those little things on the map that they can convert. Onto the other side, Uzumaki, they got 3 kills.
No.
They couldn't really ask for a better start than this. Whatever start that the Bruno got earlier, they're still doing it right now. But the thing is, AETHER Chix, are they just gonna force out that lead to, roll out of the hands of TDRS, just like what they did game number 1?
It's already a massive lead now. They have amassed 1.4k at this point. That's really good. And the fact that they're also denying the buffs for the Lunox. That's one thing that PESO Esports really want to have, because when they do a fight now, the Lunox will not have that much of an impact. And in fact, this Gymnast Lunox has just reached level 4. So that's a lot of EXP behind the Lilia. Lilia having a better time as well. I can see IC on the bottom lane, gonna go for Virus. Fire Sticks in there to keep himself safe. Now Gymnast gonna be able to pop the ultimate, but once he appears, he's gonna be taken out, and that's exactly what happened in there. Now, bottom lane, Virus already has his last insanity, picking up some Firago armor just to keep himself safe. But there's still a lot of problem that this Lunox-based team will have to face. In fact, this blue buff is gonna be taken once again by the Lilia.
Okay, so there were 2 pressure points onto the map, onto the bottom lane. There was one near the tier 2 turret, and there was one near the tier 1 turret. And why did they split up is because they didn't really want the turnaround on that last insanity. If Xborg got the last insanity, it was almost certain that he will just go there and try to go for it, try to turn it around, and probably try to punish TDRS from getting what they wanted onto the bottom lane rather. But right now there is going to be a turtle take for the side of AETHER Chix, and that is going to be the punish. And I don't know what happened there. It was probably TDRS not realizing that they needed to take that objective.
Sometimes it's okay. They still are leading by a lot, but that's what was very quick in terms of recovery for AETHER Chix. What I like about AETHER Chix is that team fight is so good. I'm gonna go for IC this time, covering all of the angles. Even through the Purify, they were able to get an arrival play from the it wasn't the Export, it was the Thames. But Bentings on the left side is gonna be part of last wall charge coming out from the Grok, but that doesn't mean that they'll win this fight. Gonna be a kill now. able to flicker away from the Guardian's barrier. The damage output coming out from AETHER Chix is not something that you can take for granted as of this moment.
Now it's 4-4. Daryl has 2 kills on his belt. Where's the lead? Where's the lead that I saw earlier when they got 3 kills, when they had a better early game? Gymnast going for that retribution, and he will still steal that Litho Wanderer. Austin Esports, on the other hand, he is getting a brunt of, he is getting percentage base damage by here. And the thing about the Jawhead and the X board right now is they're really good at dealing with these heroes. Now they have the damage output, and TDRS, they're in a very bad spot. Lilia deals a lot of damage. That was really good. And Togo here might go down as the carry will try to secure that virus, try to help his teammate, but it doesn't have the stun, doesn't have anything. Lunox really just trying to secure his own buff here. He gets stunned. And the Order of Brilliance will be popped, and he will just try to get away. Uzumaki going to the middle lane with a tower down or a turret down to the top lane. They are just trying to get the objectives one by one because they know that Daryl is racking up on those items and on the gold.
A very good mid-game turn coming up from PESO Esports. I like it a lot because they also denied the purple buff away from the looks. Once again, it's a third round, and they're able to get the turtle as well. Such a good turn of events. But Aether Chix wants to kind of even this up. The ejector will not be hitting the mark, but of course with the stun on the Kufra and all the damage that they have with 4 members going up against 1, they're able to get the kill. Virus onto the bottom lane. No more Firaga armor. Gonna be jumped by Icy, and Icy will take him down. Gonna be safe as well from the damage of the turret with just a sliver of health remaining. Nice and clean exchange there for both teams, but you would like it better for PESO Esports as they got it for just the price of 2. Nevertheless, they want to go for the Grok, but the poison stingers will actually miss. Here comes the Joy to finish things up. The arrival play from Uzumaki was far too late to help his teammate or get a bonus kill. Nevertheless, PESO Esports will lose their Grok.
Okay, so now Lunox isn't having the best time of his life, but you really have to look at Daryl right now. He's the one who's gonna carry this team 100%, and they're just going for the pickoffs. The thing about Aether Chix is they just want these pickoffs so bad that they actually force 4 people in the same lane to just take the,
what a nice snake from Gymnast, getting popped in with Yashiken, and the jumping going from the Kufra. Counter Inferno gonna be popped as well. Ejector on the turret, in comes the Hellcurt with the Dark Knight Pulse. MM is gonna be taken out because of this last insanity to just stop PESO Esports from advancing. Nevertheless, PESO Esports will still snag 2 kills. Purple buff gonna be in contention, taken away by Adobong Sinigang once again. And Aether Chix are losing control of this map, with PESO Esports almost always winning the battles.
And they will secure this turtle, I think, 100%. This is going to be uncontested. I don't think Lunox is at the proper, timing to steal this. He doesn't have it. He doesn't have his retribution up. So you're really thinking on how NXP will just battle it out. Well, they do have Daryl, but Daryl, we did see earlier that he didn't have enough damage, even if he got 3 people onto the deadly poison stingers. And that is one thing that they need to look out for. Daryl onto the other side. And that Kufra will go down. Daryl here doesn't have the HP. He's getting hugged out by Austin Esports. Uzumaki still trying to go for Daryl. Daryl will get caught out by the slaughtering sites. Deadly poison stingers as the last act of rebellion against Uzumaki. He will still go down though, and Lunox here, Order of Brilliance, Gymnast getting caught out, and that's what we meant about you just use it to escape.
Yeah. That's not how you should be using it. I mean, obviously you want to use it for escapes and then maybe go for the Chaos Bolt spam with the Chaos. But we're not seeing that happening. Oh, Togo. Nice jump on Uzumaki, but there's no follow-up from the teams. There's no damage at all because Gymnast is out and Daryl is still far away. And I think that by now, if this is like the first tournament that you've watched, you're gonna feel teams having better respawn timers, and that's one of the updates that we saw in the recent patch. It also just means that even after winning a fight, you cannot really dive against your opponents mindlessly. You still have to think about how your opponents or your opponents can take back the team fight if you are well too committed. But there could be a fight now. Commitment coming out from both teams. Bentix jumping it forward. Virus is gonna fall, but Daryl though pops the ultimate. Not gonna let the deadly poison stingers well, as he needs to back down now. He's taking so much damage, and the Leo will take him down. The ultimate coming off the crew from far too late. The coordination just isn't there from Aether Chix, and because of that, they'll lose 3 members. Might even be more, as the top lane, it's gonna be pushed by the Thams. Lord is gonna be taken care of by this carry as well as this Lilia.
Daryl had the perfect thing in mind. He went straight for the Lilia, but Lilia is 509. You can't really expect to burst down the Lilia without even having 2 to 3 items on your belt. Right now you have the Heptasis, but come on, it's not gonna do anything at this point of the game.
Yeah. A lot of problems that they have to face now. How good, how I'll say this, can they still come back? That's the question, because I feel that they can, but it's gonna be totally dependent on Daryl at this point.
Yeah, I mean, Gymnast, I'm not really gonna sugarcoat it right now. He didn't have the best time of his life onto the middle lane. He was forced out. Uzumaki here, still alive, even with the grasp of 3 people in front of him. They were the ones who got tired of taking down Uzumaki.
Yeah. Bottom lane, that's a push. I think an arrival play was there, probably from the X-Work, and it was, but it will not stop the push now. Base is going to be exposed as the inhibitor in the bottom lane, taken out by the members of PESO Esports. Now middle, they transfer. I think that the defense is going to be enough, at least.
In front of you.
That's right. Okay. We'll see what now, what can they do now. Uzumaki going to be chased once again. There's the ejector, but a nice jump in there. Do they have the damage? It seems like they don't. And they just straight up give up. But in comes the rest of PESO Esports. I think they want to go for Toggle. Nice Guardian's Barrier, but there's a little bit of opening there. I thought it was completely blocked, but with just a hole in there to find it. Oh, is this the first purple buff? Not gonna happen. I thought it was the first purple buff that Lunox will be able to get, but Lilia says absolutely not.
Yeah, man. The way they controlled the link earlier on the side of NXP, they are getting a taste of their own medicine.
That's right.
And this is probably the turning point, the breaking point. Gymnast here getting caught out by that Guardian's Barrier. He will be forced to use that Order of Brilliance, and 2 people will be forced out of that siege defense. Uzumaki, on the other hand, just being fast on his decision making. He is controlling 2 lanes at once.
Top lane, they will go, like you said, nice ejector, can punish Bentings, but that immortality is still available and they won't even get the kill. Now Gymnast gonna be in trouble, taking so much damage now, backing away for a bit. Fortunately, will not have to use the ultimate. Brilliance is still intact. Daryl on the bottom lane, needing to clear out that minion wave so that they will not be pushed. But in comes PESO Esports going for What a good Guardian's Barrier. In comes the one charge as well. They take out the Joy. That's immortality pop. Togo will have to flicker away. Lunox also down for the count. Kufra is down. That's 2 members out. Daryl will have to jump away. There's some close range arrival, but is still gonna fall because this Virus wants to defend. Miraga armor down, and it seems like all hope is lost. Aether Chix lost 3 members, and it seems like PESO Esports will just now go for the base like what they received in the previous round, meaning to say we'll go to game 3.
Aether Chix getting a taste of their own medicine, as we've said, and everything got returned back on their hands. So
absolutely,
the manner of how they won